Hey, good morning, everybody. Today we're going to be making a video in Blender, which is, I don't want to say similar to Unity because it's not, but I'm going to say it's similar to Unity. Basically, you sculpt 3D, 2D objects. In here, you create things, and then you can animate them, and then upload them into Blender and attach code. This is where you can make assets. So, Uh, again, like this, just like with Unity, I have no idea what I'm doing. I just started, just downloaded everything, and we're going to take a month to figure out things on our own, read the manuals probably a little bit, a lot of it, and then go from there. So here's our cube, here's our world. This is what we're working with. I don't even know what I should try to make. I don't even, yeah, so let's just look around. Select box, so that's what this does. Cursor. Move. Okay, so this is how I move it, and it looks like, I feel like we're upside down. What's this? We are upside down. Cool. Okay, there's the axis. It's just like Unity. Uh, Y, X, and Z axis. Oh, wait a minute. Go over here into the inspector and just hit 0 for everything. And that is level with the ground. Okay. Oh, it's half. This is rotate. So if I wanted to rotate this object, that's how I would do it, in any direction. Okay, why is it, I don't get the cursor, I don't get this. Maybe that's the game cursor? Like your aiming point? Because obviously this is my cursor. Is this the game cursor? Where your player would be shooting or looking, there's the camera, and maybe that's light? Let's go to this. Yeah, oh, yeah, it says up here in the inspector. I'm silly. Yeah, okay, cool. So we got our light source, our camera, and our player, and that's where the cursor of the player is looking. Okay, that's my assumption. Rotate, scale. Okay, cool. I'm feeling like a house. This seems simple. People, animals, stuff like that is complicated. Let's make an inanimate object. Transform. Support any combination of grab, rotate, and scale at once. So that takes everything and then combines it into one, which could be quite useful. Let's just put everything back to 0. Oopsie. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's my scale. Why did I... Okay. 10. Okay, it's paper thin. And what is this measured? Oh, we don't want that. 1. 0.5. 0.25. I can operate with that. Okay. So here is the foundation of our home. Annotate, make annotations on active data. We can measure things, it looks like maybe. So would I be able to measure point to measure? Drag left mouse anywhere to measure. Okay. Okay. So it measures in meters. So this is 26.7 meters roughly. And that's 14.4. Okay. What is this? Add cube. Add cube to mesh interactively. Left control toggles snap while dragging. Left alt toggles dragging from the center. Left shift toggles fixed aspect. Left control toggles snap while dragging. Oh, we don't want to measure anymore. So let's go back to the cursor. Click on this guy. What? Okay. Look at that, I made a wall. I am a genius. Okay, maybe I spoke too soon. Oh, you gotta let go. Okay, so. Okay. Move. Oh wait, we don't do that. And maybe this is the wrong way to build a house. I have no idea. Is there a better way? Oh crap. I made a baby cube. Okay. Well, all right there. See that? That bothers me. I don't, maybe there's an easy way to fix it. Because I don't feel like if you make a video game and you are designing a house of any kind in the game, you're sitting here and doing what I'm doing. So I'm probably making a house the hard way. The width of these is not similar. I mean, it's similar, but probably not exactly the same. And then there's this. A wall. What's this do? There's other stuff that this do. This does. Left alt toggles dragging from the center. Left alt. Left alt don't do anything. Oh, wait a minute. I figured it out and made that. Okay, let's not do that. So you can't move up or down at the same time. You got to select your space. Okay, so this could be used for rooms. This is way easier than trying to make a cube move. Holy buckets, look at that business. That is, let's see here. Let's look at the layout. And I kind of want to get rid of that house right there. It is what it is. Oh well. All right, so there's no door. Obviously, how am I going to get into this house? I have no idea. Maybe dragging from the center would help me with this problem. If I can do it correctly. A door should be probably measured. I mean, we're on a grid here, right? So there's 1, 2, 3 cubes on the ground. We are grid marks. We can use those to line up our door, right? That's not a door. So I have to. I don't feel that using control to make a wall, going to here and then up, and then going to here to go up, is going to make my door. Because then it's just going to be a top, from bottom to top opening. I feel like that would be a lot of work. So I could probably make a door that way by using Control, Alt, and Shift. But we're not going to do that. So this, I feel, is going to make our walls. Let's have our door here. So typically when you walk into a house, it'll be a living room, possibly a dining room, and then there could be a hallway, a kitchen, a hallway, a small bedroom, and then a larger bedroom. But let's just make one bedroom, a bathroom, a kitchen with a half divider with a living room. So there's the door. Here's your living room. Let's go here. Why does that look angled? Am I? Oh. That's why. Maybe. Okay, so that's the wall. There's the floor. No, no. Right there. Now let's use this little circle in the center as our midpoint. Alright, so there's a wall. And then the hallway is going to be, let's do a corner fed room here. Make this the door. So we will use the white grid on the cursor that surrounds our cursor here as a reference point to measure from. And then we'll go like so. Oh god, I should have readjusted the camera's position before doing this. I feel like that right there is probably as close as I'll be able to get. Okay, so now we have our bedroom. There's not a connected bathroom. So the bathroom is going to be over here. Again, we'll use this as our measuring point, and then add a little bit of change. We'll do this. This is like CAD. is what this was making me think of. The door is going to be right here because it'll be close to there so that when you know, wake up in the middle of the night and you, you gotta go, you can get there quickly. I don't like the position of the camera, so we're going to go back. I can't click and drag like where I'm at. I tried going to WASD like that was gonna help. What's this? Move the view. Excuse me. Oops. Oh. You gotta click and hold that. So let's do that. Rotate. Zoom out. Rotate. Enhance. Enhance. That's... How do I go? You can't go back. Okay, let's try it from this spot. All of this feels uncomfortable. I feel like I'm flying a plane. Oh my god. Maybe it's just because the... Here. Right there is probably pretty good. So let's go back here. What were you doing from the center? So Alt can drag us from the center. Alt. Again, we'll use 2 of these, right? Line it up sometime today, buddy. Okay, that looks about right. Bam. All right, so the door's here. It's gonna line up with this hallway. Let's have the kitchen be open right here, and then the living room will be right here. And as soon as you walk in the door, well, let's hold on. I got a thought. That's not going to help because I don't know how to delete. Well, let's try something real quick. Okay, so I can delete this wall by hitting X or right-clicking and doing that. So, just to try to have this house as even as possible, we're going to do that. Just make a small wall right there. Okay? And now we're going to do, because I did this, right, with small amount of change right there, about, looks like 3. So we'll go over here. From that perspective, it's 3. So right there. No. Yeah, see, I'm off. Wait a minute, why am I doing what I'm doing? Do that, Control Z. Okay, go here. Okay. Control Z. Go here. That looks pretty good. And we're just gonna do a small, like, half wall, like this, maybe. That'll be a counter space. And have it like that, maybe. That's freaking perfect. No one's ever made a house as good as this right here. So we'll right click there and shoot. Cursor, wrong thing. Wrong thing. That one. X. Yes. Nice. Okay, so living room, kitchen, bathroom, room, doorway, hallway. I think that's a pretty simple house. I think it makes sense. Okay, we're done. Have a great day, everybody. See you later. I'm just kidding. Uh, I don't know how to do anything else because I learned what you just saw. Okay. Object mode. View. Sidebar. I don't want that there because it's over here. So we're gonna do. Where did I do? What the shoot? View. Sidebar. Ooh, what is asset shelf? I didn't see anything new happen. Oh, I keep going to the wrong spot. Asset shelf. Nothing new happened. Cameras, viewpoint, navigation. Oh, snap. You can press on the keypad 4, 8, 2, and 6, and also 5. Look at right here. User, orthographic, or perspective. Orthographic looks strange. So we're going to keep it in perspective. What's 7 do? So 7 does that. 9 does that. 1, 3, 4 rotates. 5 rotates. 2, and 8. Let's put it back to perspective. Cool. Okay. Data transform. 50. Let's put it back to 0 because I don't know what that did. Relations. Oh, parent. I know what that means. You can parent objects together. So let's do this. Making objects parent them. I got a lot going on. Can I select everything? I think all that stuff is parented together now. So if I did this, would I be able to just move that? Why did I open that again? Oh God. Python console, text editor, timeline. Relations. I want to close this window. Oh, I'm silly. Dumb. Okay, go here. Hide viewpoint. Disable renders. Failed to set value. That's what doing this. Object cube, cube 1, cube 4. So did I created separate cubes. That's why this has to be parented. There's So this right here created, okay, that makes sense. So essentially, what I did was I took the cube that we all started with in the beginning, right? Flattened it out, made the floor. And then with this, I created more of these as different objects. That's what I did. So we're going to close that. We're going to look at this one now. Add to collection. What's that mean? Select objects in collection. Yeah, see? I don't feel like those are parented, because if they're parented, then you would be able to just grab everything um, and move it as one unit together. All these walls would be children of the floor. You know, the parent keeps all of its children close. So if you grabbed the floor and went like that, everything would come with it. That's parenting everything together. You could just grab one thing and move everything. That is what parenting is on this. UV map, color attributes, normals, auto smooth. I don't know if that made anything look different. Let's try a more drastic number. That's texture mesh. Ooh, let's do 1. And then cube 1 is that wall. Failed to set a value. Is that setting the value? Still failed to set a value. So go here, show in info log. Whoa. So in our Unity video, we talked about vocabulary a little bit and using code. So just looking at this code here and what I think that I have learned is a bool or a boolean is a variable that can only have one or the other as an answer, and that one or the other is true or false. So this right here, mirror false, is a bool or a boolean, and it equals false. So orient underscore type equals quote global. So you're orienting something globally within your world, and its orientation matrix is 1, 0 in parentheses, comma, space, 0, 1, 0. Okay, so that's the x, y, and z axis. So that's 1 is x, 0, 0. 0, 1, that is y, 0. And then 0, 0, 1 is z. Orient type global, mirror equals false. So I'm assuming mirror is like you're mirroring something, you know? If someone knows how to code, tell me whether or not I was correct with that explanation. Please, in the comments, that would be great. So Sorry about that. My headset died. I had it plugged in all night. That's pretty neat. Yeah, if someone could tell me that knows anything about coding, tell me whether or not it's correct. I'm positive I'm correct with Boolean and the true or false value, such as useSnap non-edit equals true. That's a Boolean. Whether or not I'm right with this, I'm pretty sure I'm correct. Mirror equals false, so they didn't mirror each other. Proportional editing, I didn't use that. So I'm sure, and there's the space in which this object takes up in my world, which I could go, are we talking about object number 1 then? Maybe. I'd have to look at object number 1's location in the world and compare it to this. Or maybe it's that wall, which is, I think it's that one, because that's the first one we made. So I think that one is that space, that object space in this world. So code looks like a bunch of gibberish, and this is how I perceived it when I first decided to start doing this. And I'm like, I have no idea what I'm doing, but I went in and I looked at it, and I was like, that looks like a bunch of gibberish. Why would somebody do it this way? And I still don't know why they did it this way, but dissecting each piece individually and then looking at it as a whole, understanding each piece and then looking at it as a whole is easily understood. Well, maybe not easily, but I understand it a little bit. So here's cube 1 data mesh. I couldn't tell you what some of this stuff all. Deselect all equals true. So I deselected all of whatever I was selecting. So yeah, cool. I'm a genius. I am a genius. Tell me if you want me to stop doing that so I can continue to do it and annoy you. All right, so go to oh, silly me. Add your own property to the data block. Let's do something crazy. 1.5. That didn't do anything. Time, percentage. So am I adding an integer here? Integer in code is a number represented by a decimal. That's why we're seeing like the X, Y, and Z up here are all decimals of a positive or a negative integer. So a float array into, oh, okay. Whoa, I was kind of on the right path. It's a float. What is a float? Let's find out. Right now, why am I doing that? I have you guys with me. Let's close that out. Let's learn together. What is a float? Good Lord. Now you see how bad. Where's the plus symbol? And it's not called C+, it's called C#. As mentioned above, float and double can be used to represent exponential numbers. For example, C++ outputs exponential numbers and very large numbers in a format called the scientific format. The variable x will be outputted in this format by default since it's a very large number. A floating point number. Floating point numbers are numbers that have a decimal used and can either have a positive or a negative. So I'm assuming that would be Maybe I didn't ask my question correctly, but look at this. A floating number point is a data type used in programming languages to represent decimal numbers. It can be used to represent any of the three axes, X, Y, or Z, in a 3D coordinate system. If I had a microphone, I would drop it because I basically figured out something from nothing and then binged it for confirmation. I feel like I can only say I am a genius so many times in one episode before it gets old. So that is a float. I feel like then we would be messing with the X, Y, or Z axis here, but it doesn't look like soft limits, hard limits, plain data. So why would a float require a subtype of... I could understand distance because that's what they measure in a direction, up, down, left, right, forward, and back. But why would that matter in any sort of like a time or a temperature? That's for another day. When I figure out what each one of these are, I'm going to make a video, maybe. That's what I'm thinking about right now. What's this? Data. Is that what we're in right now? We're in data. Material. Cube 1. I can pick a material for it. Ooh, I can color it. Let's color it. Base color. Yellow. Nope, that's white. I don't know of any house walls that are blue. And that didn't do anything. Let's kind of do the outside of the house to look maybe like a office yellow, maybe a little bit. Maybe that looks good, maybe. Can I drag it and drop it? Is that what I do? No? What's this do? Add material. Didn't get added to anything. Use nodes. So a node. So I've seen, so there's script coding, which is what we have looked at with the Unity video, and a little bit with the data sheet thing that I pulled up here when I talked about booleans or bools. Node is basically like if there's this grid right here, this whole grid is something to do with your game. And then this one over here is this is another node altogether. It has to do with like color or voice or music or something. Like this is your home screen, all your information about your game, start, save, load, options, credits, whatever. And then you have this music. They're nodes, and then you drag and connect them. And now they are together. They're parented, I guess. I don't know. I've never tried them. Add object constraint. Child of. Hold on a second. What is it a child of? It's a child of something. Child of cube? We did it! Yes! Okay. So if that plastic wrap, giant plastic wrap symbol, saran wrap from an angle symbol right there, is on there, then it's parented. This is data. This is constraint. So that tells me, just by looking up here in this section, there's a constraint on cube 0.001, which I bet I could rename as, oh, which direction is north? Let's not do that. I'm focused on one thing. Don't get excited. I know we just solved all the world's problems by parenting these two objects together. Add a constraint. Child of. Ooh, look, armature. So that's a whole video altogether, and I really, 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 really want to do it because I think it'll be awesome. Maybe in our next video we'll do that. So armature. No, what the crap? See? Add constraint. And, ooh, that's interesting. It doesn't tell you what kind of a constraint. That symbol right there is specific towards this window, not towards the constraint within this section. So I can look at cube 2, and I'm like, okay, it has a constraint. Then I have to go in here maybe and click on it and then see what kind of constraint. No target bones added. So that kind of ruined, well, it didn't ruin the next video, but now you have an idea of what the next video is going to be about. So child of target cube. I wonder if there's a faster way of doing this than just doing one item at a time, one object at a time. I'm sure there is. What did I do? Why are we there? I want to go here. Child of cube. All right. Let's do this. Let's go here and drag this. But we're all about no child left behind, so we're going to go back there and attach those to the parent. That was terrible. I should edit that out. In all honesty, I probably should. Oh no. Say goodbye to ever getting monetized. Oh wait. I didn't do this. I'm going too fast. I'm trying to get ahead of myself. I gotta make sure all this stuff is parented. All these objects are parented to the cube. Child of cube. Cubes have children. Alright, did we do it? We did. Now I can move my house. This is what I was trying to do earlier, and then we just moved along to something else. This is what I was talking about. All these now are one object. But you can click on them still and move them as individuals. But if you click this, even if you move... Ooh, I didn't know that. I thought it would just snap back to its point. Okay. So I can move this wall and then move the parent on its own, and the child, wall 001, will stay in the position that I moved it to. Okay, that's cool. Physics. Oh god. Rigid body constraint, dynamic paint. That would be like if you're playing any kind of a first-person shooter, or like Bannerlord, you know, you hit someone with an axe or a sword or something and then blood gets on the ground, or a zombie game. Dynamic paint would be like brush, canvas. Dang, oh my god. You can seriously learn so much from YouTube, and it's kind of ridiculous because that's where I've learned what I'm doing well, I wouldn't say I've learned it because I had to figure it out on my own, but I've seen other people do it, and it's been 1.5, 2 weeks since I watched any kind of Blender or Unity videos at all. And this is where we're at. I don't know what this does. Particle system. My children are simple. Roundness. Speed. it's a house. What do we need more gravity for? I'm not having it run around in a tornado, and I did watch somebody make a tornado and animate it. I'm not going to do that because that would take me 10 hours to do, and I don't want to worry about editing or uploading a 10-hour long video. Oh, crap. Okay. Oh, snap. What the crud? I want to delete the modifiers that I have added to this. There's modifiers on it. Oh, God bless America. What have I done? Okay, the modifiers are gone. View sidebar? No. How do I get that back? I try to keep the videos within an hour-long time frame. Instead of opening that up and look at it, I can probably do one of two things. Make it so that when I look at this, you guys can't see it, or set an alarm clock, which you guys would hear, and that would be silly. So I need to figure out how to look at my recording software without you guys knowing what I'm doing. Object mode, edit mode. We discovered something new. Extrude region. Extrude freely or along an axis. Shortcut, left mouse. No, wait. 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 That's what I wanted to do. Okay. Extrude region, shortcut, left mouse. Do I grab this? Extrude region together along the average normal. That looks like I duplicated it. What if I grab the center? What? So on extruding a region, I'm assuming... I was going to say, I'm assuming it duplicates it, because I don't quite understand what this is. Why? Or, maybe it's D? So I could do this all day long. That'd be useful for, like, building a skyscraper or something. What's this do? Insert faces. Insert new faces into selected face. Shift I. What the crap is this doing? That's an animation thing. I don't really need it because I'm not animating anything right now. And it's still going. And that's... Okay, well... How did I get... Oh, object mode, edit mode. Whoa. Texture paint. I wonder if that's how I paint my object here. What color did I say we were gonna do? Something like this? It's not doing anything. Yeah, smear. Like smear blood all over the wall or something. Add? No. Oh, snap, I did it! But you can't click and do it. What the heck? I'm removing it. But it's now a different color than these. I don't know, it looks kind of similar to me. Why am I erasing it? I don't want to erase it. Look at, now it's back to normal. I don't quite understand why it was doing what it did, or why it acted that way. It seems overly complicated. What in tarnation? What the heck? Why? Oh, because I've moved the house around. I didn't parent this to that. Okay, that makes sense. Let's go up. Right here's fine. And then we want to put it back in perspective mode. Cursor. Cursor color. Right there, burnt orangish. Oh, that just changed the ring on. Oh, I still have a little bit of color right there. I got excited. I thought I found what I was looking for. And maybe I'm looking for the wrong thing. I do not know. What's this? What? Like, I'm thinking of paint. That is my experience with CAD. Paint. I click on something, I'm like, oh, I'm going to paint that, and I paint it. Add. Why? What is this window? New? Untitled? Width, alpha, okay. Gradient blank. UV grid. What in... I don't know. Why am I able to color this the way I'm thinking and not my actual house? What is this? I'm like an infant discovering something funny for the first time. And then it looks different. Look at that. Alright, now it doesn't look different. I was going to say it's specifically different in certain areas, but it's not. Untitled. I don't like trying to color things. This is more frustrating than making a cube move in Unity, and that wasn't frustrating at all. And I couldn't do it. I couldn't figure it out in the inspector. Alright, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to cut this video today. We're going to continue building this house. I know that I said I was going to do armatures, but this house isn't done, and I would like to have a structure of some kind completed with other assets inside that are parented, such as beds, tables, chairs, TVs, things like that. I want to furnish this house completely. I want to paint it. I want to make it look good. But this window right here, I have no idea what this is. Whoa. Is this my game? Texture paint. I don't even know how to close this window. Ah, here's nodes. So these are nodes, like I was describing with these grid squares over here earlier. You do that. They're now connected. Whatever I just did, I connected alpha to the metallic. I don't know what that means. Vector. That is also another see, I just created a vector gradient texture. Linear. I have no idea what any of this is. So, yeah. But we're going to cut this video off. I am going to read the manual a little bit in regards to how to actually color my walls. And then we're going to make a roof for this. And then go from there. We'll just continue. Then we'll make windows and doors. Maybe even give it some earth or something to sit upon and parent it so that if I move the earth, I move the entire house. We know how to do that. That's pretty simple. Yeah, so you guys have a great day. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. And if you have any comments, questions, or you want to tell me how to do this in the comments, that would be great. So, cool. See you all later.